Okay, interview with Gary Setchell after Bedford Town 1, St Ives 3. Gary, I mean, let's just replay the previous weeks of interviews because once more, mistakes undo us, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's not just undoing. That's getting a reoccurring problem, and that's not like I just said to the boys in there. That's not like these sort of half mistakes where someone get caught ball watching and someone step in front of them or someone don't track a runner. These are basic mistakes that you don't probably see, if I'm being honest, in a lot of under 13s, under 14s game. If you go through them today, first one's a long punt down the middle of the field. Two people played offside, one didn't, and we got undone with it. We didn't clear it, and then us landed straight to their lad. Good finish. Drew's tackle is obviously a red card. There's no, I can always come out and try and defend my players like I do, but I can't defend that as in that's a red card. The only thing is, I will say he's a wholehearted player. He's a young boy, and he'll have to learn from that. He don't do too many things wrong since I've been at the football club, and maybe that's a consequence of the pressure that's building around the place because we give soft goals away, and that puts that makes you perhaps think a little bit irrational sometimes. But he'll learn from that. He's a great lad. He's been brilliant for me since I walked through the door. So he's let us down a little bit today, but there's been probably, I don't know how long I've been there, 75 games. He's never let us down. So we'll have to take that one on the chin. And then the second goal just before half time with 10 men. Michael know he's made a mistake, but that's so basic. He's left the header short, mistimed it. Lads nipped round Peds and scored. And these aren't mistakes. Michael's played the Football League not so long ago. These are just horrible mistakes that's happening to us. And then we set up second half to try and stay in the game till 10 minutes to go, which we did. We then put Charlie up front, and obviously Pedro's made another serious error, which is horrible. He's obviously trying to make something happen, but in them situations, just clear your lines. And we've got another 10 minutes to try and load the ball into their box and get a goal. But again, if you're looking for me to come out and hammer the players because they've been poor, they ain't been. We're playing some all right stuff. We've got noses in front, but we're just making horrible errors, which is mainly individual, not even collectively. And I feel sorry for myself because obviously I'm out here doing an interview, but I do feel sorry for the players as well because they're not tossing it off. They're trying the best, and we're just getting undone by horrible mistakes. And that we didn't bat St Ives or anything like that. St Ives managed the game really well. They kept the ball how they needed to keep it. They limited our chances second half, although we did have one or two half opportunities to either play a better ball or have a strike at goal, and they defended it well. But if we didn't let the third goal in with another glaring error, then maybe we might have got something out of the game, but you never know.
We've said on a number of occasions as well about when it clicks, and that
well, that ain't clicking, is it?
And it's not clicking, but it's certainly another piece of evidence that we put ourselves in these positions, don't we? We make our own luck a little bit, but when it does click, we've had the Colville result, we had the Russia result. It's just about making it click, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're not the results we need. We need to get results against the ones in the round. Listen, I'm not stupid. I know this is a results game, and the responsibility will lay on me for these errors. Of course it will. So I pick the team, I set the team up. But people have got to be rest assured these lads care. They're trying. They train really hard. They go out there with great intentions, and we're just making, like I said, real basic mistakes. Not, like I said, not even the mistakes where you get caught ball watching or something. These are glaring individual errors, not by the same people all the time. That's been spread around. One or two have made more than others, but we're going to have to bolster the squad, make one or two changes, which is always tough. But if I don't make the changes and we start picking up results, then evidently I'll get changed. So we're trying our best. We're working within the realms of the football club, which we're trying to do, and we're trying to make the squad better. But obviously I've lost Charlie now for 3 games. in a crucial set of games against the teams around us. I've now lost Drew for 3 games, and that's the biggest problem of all, really.
You mentioned there about obviously comings and goings. Are you saying therefore you've made decisions on the quality of the squad?
I've been making decisions all year on the quality of the squad, and obviously I have to make decisions, and we're trying to bring 1 or 2 in. We're always trying to make the squad better. We've brought in Affy, we've brought in Diddy, brought in Sam Dreyer. We're always trying to make the squad better. Michael Harriman, I've probably been a bit harsh on Michael because he come off the. He hadn't done nothing for a couple of months, but he's reasonably fit. But I've chucked him in at the deep end, and some games he's done really well, and today he's made a mistake. But his performance weren't poor. He's just made a glaring mistake, which happens. But yeah, we've got to look to strengthen. We're sleepwalking away into not, I wouldn't say, I don't want to use the word relegation, but we're sleepwalking away into relegation if we don't pick some results up before. We've got some good fixes against the teams around us in November and December, and we really do need to pick some results up. So that's no good getting to the end of December when these fixes gone and then trying to change things around, because that'll be too late. So we need to act now, or I need to act now. I need to make the squad a little bit better, maybe a little bit bigger, and we'll come again. We've got a little break from the league now. We've got a Senior Cup game on Tuesday, which we probably need. That'll give some players some minutes, and it'd be nice to keep a clean sheet and score 1 or 2 goals. But that's against the team what we was last year, against a team who are running through brick walls. So the manager Brett's doing an absolutely brilliant job there with limited funds. And they're gonna want to beat Bedford Town. Obviously, he wants to do well in the competition. And if we make mistakes and we're not at it, we'll be in for a tough game on Tuesday night. If we turn up and we don't make mistakes and we play on the front foot and do our best, that'll be difficult for Stockfold. But we need that game on Tuesday. And then we've got a couple of training sessions, and then we've got a massive weekend. We've got Kings Langley at home, and we've got Bromsgrove at home, and we need to pick up a win or 2.
So you're obviously dejected with regards to the situation, with regards to the games, but is confidence still there then within the squad and within the management group?
Yeah, the confidence. Listen, if we was getting totally outplayed like we did against Tamworth and Royston, and we was getting battered, and the players had threw the towel in, then yeah, I'd be worried. But when I look at it on the pitch second half, and I've got lads running the socks off for me, putting the bodies on the line, great set of lads, and we didn't make no mistakes until late on, then I've got every confidence that we'll get to where we need to get. I don't never doubt my ability. There's no question about that. I don't question the players' ability, but sometimes that's more of a mental thing than a physical thing. Like I say, I don't think if that's 1-0 and we hadn't just made a mistake, I don't think Drew make that tackle. So that's a little mental thing, and then Michael's headed. Are the boys feeling a little bit of the pressure because we're making mistakes and not making the right decisions? So listen, we'll be fine. Like I say, we've got to freshen it up a little bit. Maybe bringing a little bit of experience as well. But all in all, 85% of the time I'm happy, and that's these 15% times, which is costing us dearly. Obviously, I'm disappointed, but the lads didn't throw it in. They're still working the socks off. They still believe. We're a young group, and we'll keep going until someone tells us or me or the league finish or whatever that we're done. But no, we're confident. I'm confident. We'll be fine.
Blessing, therefore, there's no game next week?
No, I wish we had a game Tuesday. I wish we had a league game Tuesday, I'll be honest with you. That's a lot I said to the boys as well before the game. This would be a good one to win, because then you're going on to 10 days off the back of win. We've got a long think now before the Kings Langley game. There'll be no end of negativity around the place, as there is when you're on a bit of a bad run. There's not much positivity, so the positive is that we're playing all right. 85% of the time, 15% of the time, we're really letting ourselves. Well, I wouldn't even say letting ourselves down. We're shooting ourselves in the cans, aren't we? That's what we're doing. We're literally shooting ourselves in the foot, and there ain't too much we can do about it as staff, you know, and the other players, and that's just individual errors that's absolutely crucifying us at the minute. And if we don't stamp them out shortly and we don't stop making mistakes, then we will find ourselves in a real big hole.
Just finally, fantastic today from the club to mark Remembrance Weekend. I mean, the Kempston and Bedford branches of the Royal British Legion being here.
Yeah.
I think all 524 people in attendance today paid their respects to those that have given their lives to this, didn't they?
Yeah, it's terrific. You know, it was a great gesture by the club, and you know, I believe we've got one or two fans who have had family who was part of all that back in the day, and you know, they're very proud of that. And you know, we was proud today to lay the wreaths and do it properly, if you like. Pity we didn't do it properly in some of our defending throughout the day. But yeah, listen, of course I'm downbeat. I'm a winner. I like winning. When things don't go your way, you find out about yourselves, don't you? You dig deep, you go again, and there'll be no one working harder than me and my staff to put this right over the next few weeks.
An experimental game, some may call it, on Tuesday night, but let's hope for a win at Stotfold in the Bed Senior Cup. Otherwise, ignore the fiasco that is the FIFA World Cup taking place, because football at the Erie, 22nd of November against Kings Langley, 26th of November against Bromsgrove. Get your tickets now at bedfordeagles.net.